Elvis Presley. Elvis Aaron Presley was born in Tupelo, Mississippi on January 8, 1935. Though from a relatively poor family, his parents were both loving and deeply religious. The family attended the Assembly of God Church, where he was influenced at a young age by gospel music. His mother gave him his first guitar for his 11th birthday, and a few years later, he won a high school talent show. He graduated from high school with the dream of getting into the music business. He made his first demo record at what eventually became Sun Studio in 1953, and the record label owner, Sam Phillips, gave him support and guidance. Presley began touring and recording. His first single, That's All Right, was recorded in 1954. By the following year, he was beginning to develop a following. Fans were captivated by his unique musical style, his stage presence, and his good looks. Presley signed with RCA Records and began to experience success. In 1956, he had his first #1 single, Heartbreak Hotel, his first #1 album, Elvis Presley, and his first movie contract with Paramount Pictures, for whom he starred in Love Me Tender, a box office hit in 1956. Though his provocative dance style was a subject of some controversy, he became a popular guest on television variety shows. Presley was drafted in 1957 and entered the Army in March of 1958, serving in Germany, where he met Priscilla Beaulieu, who was a teenager at the time. Presley left the Army in 1960 and resumed an active and successful show business career, recording music and starring in films like G.I. Blues, 1960, Blue Hawaii, 1961, Girls, 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 1962, and Viva Las Vegas, 1964. Not always critical successes, his films and their soundtracks were always profitable, but by the late 1960s, his popularity seemed to be declining. Presley married Priscilla in 1967, and their daughter, Lisa Marie, was born in 1968. The marriage did not last. They divorced in 1973, with Priscilla receiving custody of Lisa Marie. During this time, Presley was plagued by a weight problem, a destructive lifestyle, and a prescription drug problem for which he was eventually hospitalized. Still, Presley continued to tour and draw crowds. Presley's last concert was in June of 1977 in Indianapolis, Indiana. Several months later, he died in his Memphis mansion, Graceland, of heart failure. Only 42, it was eventually determined that his death was caused by prescription drug use. Presley was buried at Graceland near the gravesites of his parents and grandmother. Presley, his 18 #1 hits and all of his gold and platinum albums had an indelible effect on the trajectory of rock and roll music. He also left his mark on gospel music, winning 3 Grammy Awards for his gospel recordings. He was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame in 1998 and late into the Gospel Music Association's Gospel Music Hall of Fame. Okay, #1, what kind of music influenced Elvis at a young age? #2, how old was Elvis when he got his first guitar? #3, what was it about Elvis that appealed so much to his fans? #4, what was the name of Elvis's first #1 single, his #1 album, and his box office hit movie? When did Elvis's popularity begin to decline? What problems did Elvis have in the 1970s? How did Elvis die? What kinds of music did Elvis influence? All of those questions can be looked up for the answers in your reading passage, so make sure you do that.